Alright, I've got an update on my Arsenal SLR-104UR, which is the AKS-74U. And I'm going to do a complete overview of the update and of the upgrades I've made to it. And it's pretty much the same as the first update video, but there's one thing that I've changed on it. And just in case any of you guys are new and you did not see that last video that I made a while ago, I'm going to go over everything again. So we'll start up here at the muzzle. This is the PBS5 fake suppressor, and this is actually the only thing that's different from the last update video. Before I had a PBS4 suppressor, and I didn't like the PBS4 because on the PBS4 the nose piece is a separate piece from the actual suppressor itself, and two screws actually held it on, and when I was shooting it, gases from the end of the muzzle were getting in between the gap from the nose piece and the suppressor itself, and it got blown off. And I said, screw it, I'm just gonna find something better, and I found the PBS5, and this came as a raw piece of aluminum. Okay, so I got Rust-Oleum primer and Rust-Oleum black spray paint, and I refinished it. It looks kind of like a parkerization. It came out really nice. Okay, and the PBS4 is quite a bit thicker. This PBS5 is slimmer and it's a lot lighter. I don't know if all PBS5 suppressors are like that. And something else on the PBS5, you see this little pin right here on the gas block where the front sight is. This pin right here, there's actually a notch on the PBS5 for that to lock into so it doesn't get loose. On the PBS4 you just screwed it in all the way and depressed that pin, and after shooting it, it would get loose after a while. So the PBS5 is a much better suppressor. I love the way it looks, and it's awesome. Going down, here we have an all original handguard set. This is a Russian, I believe it's pre-1985 or pre-1984, I forget what year it is, but whichever one it is, I think it's 85, pre-85 handguards, original finish, original color. It's laminate wood, so it's all pressed together, and it has a shell-like finish on it. It's all original. Has a little bit of, handling use on it. It's not perfect, but that's what you would expect with surplus handguard sets. But I'd give it a 95 overall condition. Very nice. Moving on down, we have the 30 round East German Bakelite magazine. Really nice magazine. Alright. A Russian, it's either, I think it's Tula or Ishmash, I'm not sure, but it is Russian. It's the plum pistol grip, plum color, and yes, this Arsenal does have the reinforcement plate in between the pistol grip and the receiver, being as the stock is a folding stock. It's side folding. And here is the metal triangular folding stock. Okay, now if you look at the first video that I made with this, the unboxing video, this didn't look anything like it looks like right now. Okay, it was a modern AKS-74U, and I've retrofitted it to look like a AKS-74U from the 80s. Okay, I've replaced the factory Arsenal trigger with a Tapco G2. Makes it easier to bump fire, and plus it's like a 3-pound trigger, so it's a lot nicer to shoot. It's a lot smoother. And internally, I'm not going to really be able to show you, but it's actually on this side of the rifle. Originally the firing pin, or I'm sorry, the hammer pin and trigger pin retainer was a piece of wire just wrapped around the pins on the other side of the receiver internally, and I've updated that to a Krebs custom pin retainer, so it retains the trigger pin and the hammer pin, and it's a lot easier to remove and put back. It's just a better part. Okay, here I have a reproduction. It's like a mustard color, tan color AKS-74U sling. Okay, you can see here. And the stock does fold. Folds in and attaches to this latch right here on the receiver. Snaps into place, and there you have it. Very sturdy lockup. Here's the other side of the handguards. You got some markings right here. 942. Alright. Very nice dimples on the receiver. Long and deep. And to release this, this little tab right here, you just pull back on it. Kind of hard to do with one hand here. Like that. And it snaps right in. Here we have a scope mount attachment. Arsenal. It was imported to Las Vegas, Nevada, USA. Model SLR 104UR, caliber 545 by 39. Made in Bulgaria. Nice rivets, beautiful finish on it. Apparently it's a parkerized finish with this black spray paint finish over it. Arsenal's finish. And of all the parts that I've upgraded on this rifle, this metal triangular folding stock was the hardest to find. I guess they're imported from other countries, obviously. I don't know if it's Russian or Bulgarian or what, but I had a very hard time finding it. Everybody was out of stock, and I found a website, I forget what it was. They had like 2 or 3 left in stock, so I picked it up. Very high quality. The finish matches the rifle perfectly. Very high quality rifle. Alright. And here is the sights, the crank off sights. Have 2 apertures right there, and then you fold it forward or backwards, and that's a little bit longer distance, 400 to 500 meters. Front sight post. The sights are pretty easy to use. And yeah, this is pretty much an AKS-74U. You know, a lot of guys want these rifles. They're very hard to find. You know, I had a very hard time finding one. Most people, they buy them built off of surplus AKS-74U parts kits, and or they just build their own off of an AKS-74U parts kit, and the parts kits alone are like $2,000. And it just so happened, as I was looking for one, Arsenal company in Bulgaria came out with this model. This is the SLR 104UR, and it happens to be an AKS-74U. And when it came in, it was a modern rifle. You know, it had the modern polymer handguards, the polymer pistol grip, the polymer folding stock, like what's on the modern AK-74s, and I just retrofitted it, and this is how it looks. Very beautiful. I've always wanted one of these. Very hard to find, and I don't believe Arsenal is making these anymore. I think it was a limited run, so they are pretty pricey. The prices have went up since I got mine, so if you want one, get one while you can. And there it is. There's my AKS-74U. Alright, you guys take care.